What's up, y'all? You're tuned into Vision and Heels Uncensored, the podcast dedicated to giving you the raw truth on all things V&H. We're talking real-life experiences infused with faith and an unwavering commitment to authenticity.
I'm Ivette Pujol, your Vision and Heels Community Manager, a Cuban visionary with Miami roots.
And I'm Jeanette Marie Rodriguez, the CEO and founder of Vision and Heels, Puerto Rican and Dominican Bronx native, your New Yorican host. We're here to share our take on navigating life, business, and all the hats we proudly wear.
Time to pour the cafecito. Let's dive in.
Hey y'all, what's up, what's up?
Welcome back to another episode of Vision and Heels Uncensored.
V&H Uncensored, baby. We are back in full effect, back in the office, back into our routine. Ivette put together an amazing episode for us today, so I'm excited about it. I like to be surprised. She puts these together. She's already talking about like a whole quarter's worth of episodes. So,
Jeanette and I like to listen to podcasts.
Yes,
my daughters were making fun of me because you know how at the end of the year, Spotify, that it tells you how much you've listened to one thing and how much you've done of the other. They're like, Mommy, you've listened to like maybe 20 minutes of music and like 5,000 hours of podcasts.
Podcast.
And with that being said, one of the things, let's start with our gratitude.
Yes.
Because I think this is what I'm grateful for.
Yes.
What I'm grateful for is the ease of conversation with you. In listening to other podcasts that they're very structured and they're very formal, like we just have conversations.
We literally hit record when we talk. It's
and
really
they flow, and it's just easy. It's easy conversation amongst friends.
Yes.
It's always difficult for me when I introduce you because you are the CEO and founder. You are technically my boss, but this is more than just a boss and employee.
This is a marriage
relationship. We are married. We are married with each other, and we visit our husbands.
We celebrate our kids' success like if it's our own kids.
Yeah. So I'm grateful for this podcast, and I'm grateful for the ease of conversation when we do. There is never like a lack of like, what are we going to talk about?
I know.
It's like, what are we not going to talk about?
Right. We have to say, okay, this week is about this, and we'll save that for next week.
Yeah. Let's kind of bring it in, but the ease of which we always get along with each other and just things flow. I'm very grateful for that because there's a lot of times that you sit with somebody and you're like, okay, so
what next?
Now
that
what?
Awkward silence.
Yeah,
we never have an awkward silence.
We can spend either a lot of time together.
This morning, Eva was like, I started doing this and I haven't done it, and I'm like, yeah, I come in and I could be so focused, and as she's saying that, I get pulled into something else. I'm like, dang it! No. I was just like bragging about how I could focus,
and then we started talking about freestyle music,
La India,
and how she went from
the music came on and we just started dancing. That's how we roll here at V&H.
So my dear, what are you thankful for this week?
Okay, well, I'm going to say something new, hot off the press. So if you follow my socials, you will see that I was invited to speak at the Juicy conference and in New York, which I'm super excited about, April 13th through the 15th, and I had to verify the dates because I didn't even remember. We were going through calendar, and I'm talking about Kansas City and volleyball and all the things, and she's like, no, you're in New York too, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So that week I will be in 3 states. Florida, New York, and Kansas City. So I don't know if I'm coming or going, guys, but I'm super excited.
For those that don't know what Juicy is,
can you please? Yes. What is it? Global Unconference Co-working Conference.
Yes. Yes, it's a
GCUC, and it's Juicy for
global.
short.
Global. It's global.
Yes.
It's something that is not only nationwide, it's global. People from everywhere come to this conference to listen to other, just anything and everything that has to do with the co-working community.
Yes.
And we are so excited. I am so proud, so proud of you And
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you. So I'll be on the indie panel. They'll have panels throughout the day, and I'll be in the independent co-working owners panel. So that's going to be exciting. And it's always good to tell my story, right? And I'm focusing on community. That has been our story, right?
Yeah.
I always say we're community before space, right? We've had folks come in looking for an office, and we have good relationships with a couple of the co-working spaces, or not so much co-working spaces, but the office spaces. We're the only co-working space locally here, but we can pick up when someone just wants an office, right?
Yeah.
They don't really care for the community, and it just doesn't fit our vibe, right? And it's okay to say that, right? Our space can fit about 100. We don't need, you know, the thousands of folks that are in this town. We need 100 of our people.
Right. So, and we're close.
And we're close. Yeah. We're
close.
almost sold out, which is a good story to tell. So when they asked me what would I speak about, and I mentioned my love for community, I think that's kind of what sealed the deal for them.
Yeah.
I'm passionate about it. It's our DNA, community before space, and it is why we have grown to almost at capacity. Yeah. And I just love it. I'm excited.
I love that so much, because I know that when you go there and you are on that panel, there are certain things that you speak about that just light you up.
Yeah, it was so easy. I signed up for it like on a Sunday night. I was sitting with my husband. I'm like, oh, they're looking for speakers for the indie panel. I'm like, that's like my language right there. Yeah. And Jill's like, well, sign up for it. I'm like, oh, well, let's see if I get selected. And it literally took me, maybe 15 minutes, because I put some thought into it, and I just went on and on about community and what it means to me, and it's all from the heart. And I was like, okay, it's done, it's submitted. And then, a few days later, I get the email. I'm like, ah! I started screaming. I was excited.
Most of our posts on social media, I've been working on them lately, and it is that we end it vision and heels. Come for the space, stay for the community.
Yes.
Because there are people that come, they're just looking for a space. They just need somewhere to work. And when they see that this is what they're missing from at home, and this is what they're missing from just being in a coffee shop where, you're surrounded by people, but you're still alone.
Yes.
And it's great sometimes just to pop in, send a couple of emails, and then leave. But there is truly something special about our community, and I know that you will light up on that stage, because speaking
once they start talking about community, forget it. And then I could talk about my members and how awesome they are, because I'm going to brag about them.
Oh, absolutely.
So I'm super excited. What about you? What are you thankful for?
The ease of our conversations.
Okay, yeah, you did say that.
I did.
I thought you wanted to add some more to it. Okay.
No, I
love it. Keep it simple.
Yeah, I think technology and just the fact that we do have that ease of conversation, and that we can share these conversations with everyone without technology. Yes, it's a pain sometimes.
Yeah.
And yes, it is very nice that you are married to the Spectrum guy, so we don't ever
He walked in and I was like, hey, can you check the internet upstairs? Thank you, babe.
Yeah.
Love you.
Yeah.
I'm making you dinner, okay?
That's nice.
I'll pay you
the
with
technology
dinner.
and the ease and being able to share all that stuff.
I love that. I love that. All right, so talk to us about this topic.
I think in seeing everything, all of our conversations, I think many women, many business owners are struggling with work-life integration.
I've always heard there's no such thing as work-life balance. And if you think about it, it is kind of true.
Yeah, there's no
such thing.
Yeah, I strongly agree that there is no balance. It's
what you choose to do and what season you're in, right? Because you have to say no to certain things. We're kind of in the same season where we only have a number of years before our girls literally don't need us, right? Yeah. And they're in sports and competition and dance and all the things that we are part of, or like you like to say, we get to be part of, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And so I only have 4 more years. I was literally talking to Jaylene yesterday, because we had her physical blood work, all the regular stuff. And I'm like, there's only, 3 more times I get to do this with you before you're an adult and you can go to your physical appointments on your own.
Yeah.
And I got sad because 3 is a little number.
And
That's
you'll
a
see
little
that most
number.
probably by the time she's a senior, she'll be driving and she'll be like, "No, Mom, it's okay. I'll go on my own." And so that window of opportunity is very little,
I know.
and that's why we don't take anything for granted. What we've been doing is we don't have it all figured out, but we are intentional with our time.
Yes.
Because you don't get do-overs with any of these things. They're growing fast, but we still have careers.
Yes.
We still have hopes. We still have ambitions, but we're being more intentional with where we spend our time.
Yep.
Because
Yep.
you're not going to not go to New York
Yeah.
and be on that juicy panel and be the speaker, and you're not going to not go to Kansas City.
I'm going to do
watch.
both.
You're going to do both.
And
look,
I'm going to
look
be
what
tired
happened.
and I'm
God
going to sleep
did-
on the plane.
Can you
but
imagine
it's
had
okay.
that been one day later?
I know.
It would have been a conflict.
It would have been a conflict. It's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I get back Wednesday and I leave Thursday. So it's
perfect.
it's going to work out.
It's busy, but
Yeah.
it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's just
At least
the
I
way
can
it
close
is.
my eyes on the plane, so I don't mind it. It's okay. And then Kansas City is just
Where do
sitting
we
there
sleep
watching
now? On
Jaylene.
planes.
Hopefully I can keep my blood pressure calm because I get a little crazy in those volleyball tournaments.
Yeah. No, so I know people talk about a lot about the balance, and I really don't think there's a balance.
There
I
isn't.
think
It's what
there
we choose
is
to
the
do.
integration.
Yeah.
And I know that we've talked about it in the past,
Mm-hmm.
that it feels so good that I no longer have the home Ivette and the work Ivette
Mm-hmm.
and the play Ivette and the dance mom Ivette. They're all one.
Yes.
And at home, they know that mommy is a businesswoman.
Yeah.
And here, you guys know I am a mom.
Yeah.
At dance, they know that I have a career, same thing. But all of those are blending together.
Yeah.
And I am being intentional with my time to where when people invite me to certain things lately, I gracefully say, thank you so much for thinking of me, but right now that doesn't fit into my schedule.
And that's you creating that
Yeah,
balance or
Yeah.
integration, as you like to say,
yeah,
because we can't do it all. It is impossible. And so
We've
when
tried.
people say work-life balance, I can do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and then you're burnt out. So there's going to be seasons where you can do a lot of things, and there's going to be seasons where you're going to have to say no to a lot of things. And it's okay because seasons are temporary. Seasons come, seasons go. So it may be a no right now,
yeah,
but later on, it may be, okay, I can try this,
Yeah.
right? So I love that you're saying that. I think this was a perfect topic because I'm hearing that a lot. And now that companies are starting to bring folks back in,
Yeah.
people are complaining, well, what about work-life balance? I thought that was important. And it's like, okay, guys, you had 3 years to work remote. Now, not so much.
Right.
Companies are bringing you back. So now integrate, right?
Right.
So you have the 8 hours of your work schedule. Now focus a little bit more. Maybe when you get home, you're going to have to do more house stuff, right?
Right.
Because before we were integrating, okay, I'm
Yeah.
going to start a load and work. And then you find yourself less stressful, right?
Right.
Because when the clock is, you're done with your day, clocking out, then your laundry is pretty much done. Maybe you just got to fold.
Yeah.
So half of your house stuff is done. Now you have more time for the gym.
Yeah.
So now, okay, less Netflix time. And if gym's important and you want that as your balance, then, it's time to do that. So I'm hearing that a lot now. And I think because folks are starting to spend more time in the office versus being able to be home. But then at the same time, I don't know. And this is why I started a co-working space. Being home is hard. We
When
were
I was
talking
home,
about
I'm talking about
stay-at-home moms. Weren't we not too long
Oh,
ago?
yeah.
And I'm like, that was the hardest thing I'd ever done.
It
Is
was
to be
hard.
home for a little bit because I always looked forward to going back.
Yeah.
My maternity leave was over and I was like, okay, that last week I was taking out my outfits. I was excited to get up, get dressed, get out the house, spend that 30 minutes, 40 minutes in my car listening to whatever I wanted or not listening to anything.
Yeah.
But the fact that I didn't have a crying kid
Yeah.
or, laundry or a pile of dishes to do,
Yeah.
it's hard. It really is hard
We were
juggling
talking
it all.
about it at the last Boss Lady Ladder Group meetup.
Yes, that's
here.
where it was at. Yes, I knew it was recent, and that was
About
last
the
week.
opportunities
Yeah.
and different situations where are the opportunities available for women? Well, do we ask for them?
Right.
And sometimes we're thinking, well, we don't ask for them because we think, well, how much more can I put on my plate?
Right.
Am I gonna, if I ask for that that advancement in opportunity, am I now going to have to be responsible for that much more at work and that much more at home?
Probably, right?
Yeah.
Because with more money comes more money, more problems, more responsibility, all the things. So then you should be ready to remove something from your plate, right? Just like when you're starting a business, you're all things. And so there's going to be certain things that won't get done, and you have to be okay with that. But absolutely, when you're going to get promoted, I've done it. I've, climbed the corporate ladder. There was times that I was in the office at 7 in the morning and didn't leave. I didn't get home till 8, 9 o'clock at night.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was preparing for the meeting. Then we had the meeting. Then we had to take the clients out and then, have the dinner and have the talk and all the things to win the client, So I knew, okay, to win this client, we're going to have to do all these things.
Yeah.
And, I had to tell my family, like, you're not going to have me home all the time. I remember when I worked for Verizon and there was a big strike. I don't know if you remember that. Yeah. That was like 2015, 2016. Right.
Yeah.
And I was working 12 hours because I was the one deploying everybody for the work that the folks on strike could no longer do because they were on strike.
Yeah.
So, it was a lot of work. It was a lot of work, and my daughter has her school picture, which we actually purchased. You know how they send you the proof? And her hair is like this, because her dad had to do her hair. I'm doing like a mueca, like, how you say mueca in English? I don't even know, but I'm doing
like a funny face, like
funny
a weird face.
With her hair all, like her 2 pigtails, one up, one down, because her father was the one doing her hair, because I was already in the office.
Oh, I cried the day that Richard had to do Caro's hair one day, and they didn't home need you were working? Me. Yes, but they didn't need me because he had done it so perfect that I thought, oh, they don't need me. Oh, no. Here I thought, they're going to need me. She's going to be a hot mess. No, she looked beautiful.
No, so that wasn't Joe's thing. He doesn't have hair. And Jaylene was bald for a long time. We had to put earrings on her very young because he would dress her with like a Yankee jersey and a Yankee hat. And I'm like, she looks like a boy. She doesn't have no hair. Put pink on her, like put some earrings. Yeah. Thing. And then when she did grow out hair, it was this big poof of curls that I didn't know how to do because I don't have curly hair. So I had to call my mom, because she has curly hair.
La moda. Yeah.
Yeah. She had this big
even that
fro,
is the same.
just a fro of hair. Like yeah. And Joe would still use the hat. So now the hair was coming out the hat because he didn't know how to do her hair. Yeah, it was some rough times. She blames us for her curls not being perfect because we didn't know how to, take care of her curls when she was a baby. I'm like, whatever. But,
straight-haired women should not be raising curly-haired babies.
Yeah, I didn't know how to comb her hair. But anyways, so I had to integrate, as you mentioned, like, okay, this is what I'm doing right now. This is my season, family. I love you guys, but we're in agreement that I go for this promotion, right? And it's important to include your loved ones in these decisions because the husband or the wife, if you're a man listening and you're going to take a promotion, that means the wife may have to put in more work, right? Yeah. Do a little bit more, carpooling, whatever it is that the husband probably did that now he won't have time or vice versa. So I always like to say, have those family meetings and say, hey, this is what I want to do. How about you start talking about it before you even go for it, right? Preparing for it. So that way it's not a shocker.
My family knew that yesterday, although it was not a stressful day, it was a long day.
Yeah.
I left my house at 6:30 in the morning because I was meeting
you met your friends. Yes.
For coffee between 7 and 8. Then I was here from 8:30 basically till 8:30 at night. And then after that, that's when I got home. So I was gone from 6:30 in the morning till 9 o'clock at night. But they knew that. I still chose that day. Yeah. And it took away the stress of knowing, guys, you're on your own. I'm in a different season.
Yeah.
I'm not going home to take care of little ones.
Yeah.
Everyone is taking care of themselves.
Yeah.
But we knew as long as there's communication.
And, so important.
And the integration, my family knows this is important to mommy. Mommy is always there for us at other times. Well, we are going to be there for her when she needs it.
Right.
Because I got home, everybody was
fed. You got to hang with your friends, and that's fun. Yeah. That's fun. Catch up on life.
Because there are days that are hard.
Oh, yeah.
Had it happened a couple of weeks before,
you wouldn't have been able to.
I would not have been able to.
So true.
It's a different season. That's
so true.
That's why.
But being able to identify that, because I think far too often us females, we try to do everything because we feel like if we don't say yes to everything, we're failing at something. And no, that's where we fail when we say yes at everything, because you're not going to be able to do everything. That's
No.
just not possible.
You can do everything. You're something along the lines.
It's
You're
gonna
just gonna
fall. It's not going to
half-ass
be
everything.
quality. It's
Yeah.
just not
Instead
going
of
to
doing
work.
one
You're going to
thing
be
well.
stressed. You're going to get yourself sick. All of the things. You may even forget to eat while you're at it. And is that healthy? No. So
There's one of our members that she's been going, just nonstop. And we had said, you know what? If you don't stop, your body is going to stop you.
Yeah.
And she did. Unfortunately, she got sick. Her immune system was down. She wasn't sleeping. She wasn't eating. And
her eyes were flickering.
Yeah.
Like,
If you go
super stressed.
too hard, your body's going to stop you and say, nope, before we have a mental breakdown, I'm going to try to stop you. You need rest.
Yeah.
So do that for yourself.
So I think the next thing you have on here is the shift from hustle to intentional living, right? And I think you mentioned that you're just being intentional right now.
Yeah.
Being able to shift from the seasons, that in itself is a gift, right? I think us women, we got it down packed, baby. I think, when we multitask, we can figure it out. We can stop something. I think we got it down packed. And being intentional, right? I'm horrible at taking pictures. Why? Because I tend to be in the moment and then I forget to grab the picture, so I'll have it. And Joe's really good about grabbing pictures and memories and stuff like that. So at least we balance that, when we're together. He can grab the pictures. He loves that stuff. Me, I feel like I'll start with the picture, then I'll look at my inbox because my OCD does not let me see an unread email without doing something. Reading
You
it,
would
replying.
die if you saw my phone and how many emails I have.
Listen,
because I just scroll through them. Richard is the same way. He clears them right away.
I have to clear them at I pick up my phone, and if I see something on there, done. It's gonna take me 5 minutes, and then I missed the moment, and I didn't grab the picture, and I'm all in these stupid junk emails that are gonna get deleted anyway. So when I'm in the moments of enjoying a moment, I don't pick up my phone because I get distracted.
You have your phone with you. I don't have my phone with me right now.
No, because what if I miss something? Even though I'm on Do Not Disturb. So, when I'm recording, I don't want to get disturbed. I'm intentional.
You're being intentional. I'm proud of you.
Intentional with our podcast because I know
our time. I need to find a happy
time.
medium between that because I should have my phone with me, but that's why I have.
But you have your watch.
I have my watch.
Yeah, that's okay.
But I can walk away. To me, my phone is for taking pictures most of the time.
Yeah.
And then, no, those emails.
So how do you decide what stays? Your ROI on time, your return on investment, right? Because time is money. We've been saying it. Time is money. There's a lot of things we like to do, and plain, and I say plain because there's a lot of fun things that I like to do, right? But right now we're in the season of, okay, I only have a limited amount of time, right? We have obligations.
We all do.
We are
all
going
of
to
us get
have
the
to
same amount of time each and every day.
If it's a revenue generating task, I try to prioritize that based on, okay, if I don't answer this, I'm literally losing money, right?
Right.
So I try to prioritize that. And then it, for me, is faith-based, right? I literally had someone ask about being baptized. It's a weekend that my daughter will be in a competition in Jacksonville the whole weekend. Baptism obviously is on Sunday. I'm like, if you sign up for the first baptism, I'll be able to go watch you get baptized and then race to Jacksonville and go see my daughter.
Right.
Because for me, also, God takes priority, right?
Absolutely.
God forbid something happens and I tell her, wait till next month till I can be free. And then God forbid something happens.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be able to live with myself. So, for me, if it's faith-based, something that someone needs my help, you need a prayer. I've done it before. I've been in the middle of a meeting, saw calls, text messages, excuse me for 1 minute, go out, run into a room and pray for someone. To me, that's priority. Revenue generating, obviously kids, family stuff, right? So I just have to figure out what stays, what goes, where goes, it's just a juggle, but those are all things that are important to me. So a lot of times I'm trying to just fit it all in, and it could be stressful, but for me, I'm like, this too shall pass. This is today. Tomorrow will be better. So let me just get through today, do the best that I can. Like you said, I'm probably not going to be 100% on those days, right? Because I'm going to drive from Orlando to Jacksonville, which is 2 hours. I probably miss some of it, maybe she's in the PM wave. God work it out. So that way that it'll be that way.
It always ends up working
It
out.
always ends up working out. But anyway.
Us worrying about it does not change the outcome
Yes.
of the
It
situation.
doesn't. It doesn't. It just stresses us out and gets us sick.
But even, when was it? A few years back, the business coach that I told you that I had, that she had said, even if it's something as simple as like cleaning.
Yeah.
House cleaning.
Oh, no.
Our houses need to be cleaned.
Yep.
Okay, but if in that time that you could hire somebody
Yes.
to, let's say, mow the lawn,
Yes.
clean your house, do any of these things, let's say you could make a couple of $100 an hour.
Right.
Okay, if you're making $200 an hour and you could bless somebody with, let's say, $75 an hour to clean your house, there is an ROI in that. You're
Absolutely
losing money if you're cleaning
and
your
you're
house.
supporting another business.
Right, you're supporting somebody else.
Yes.
And then you could be making money, yes, in between. You can't have, eventually one day, maybe we can have somebody cleaning our house on a daily basis. There are certain things that need to be done at home on a daily basis that
I don't
I
do
have
it
to do.
daily.
It's just
like I don't
picking
have
up.
someone. I have someone coming every other week because we clean.
Right.
But there's when she
But,
comes,
like,
I
the
have her do the
trapito in the
fans,
kitchen
the
and
the
the-
blinds,
Right.
the baseboards, the stuff that I know I'm not going to be able to get to.
Right.
And I want them clean, and at least I know every other week someone's coming in and
Yeah.
doing those things. Like
Yeah.
I do my own laundry, make my bed, all those things, right?
Yeah.
Every night after we cook, we mop up the kitchen because and we have dogs, so it's like we still have to do those things.
Right, but those are things that you do on a daily basis.
Right.
And you maintain on
Eventually,
your own.
maybe we'll be in a
Eventually.
maybe we can have like
I told
a
Richard-
live-in help that will
I
cook
told Richard
and
we can get
clean
an
for us. Man.
ugly-looking Italian woman.
Yeah, she can't be cute.
She can't be young and cute. No, not
No. She needs to cook really good. Ooh, yes. Or Mediterranean, Greek.
Ugly.
Making some good Greek food. Not Spanish, because we eat Spanish food all the time. Like, I can make that. But
because the other
and you have
nationality
Richard
that like
for your Spanish
oh
stuff.
yeah no
your
I just need
steaks
someone to
and all that.
clean. Like Richard can cook for me.
No. I need no. I'm the cook at home, so I need someone to cook for me, to clean for me every day. Like she'll have a nice room. Let's put that on our vivid vision board.
So when you see an ugly old Italian woman on my
then you'll
on
know
my vision
why.
board, you know what it is.
Making good Italian food and cleaning her house very well.
I know that they
love it.
have the same standards when it comes to cleanliness
Yes.
and family values. My sister-in-law, she's Italian, and they're the same as us, just someone a little bit different.
I love
But
that.
those to me are the definitions of success, realizing that success means nothing
Mm-hmm.
if you miss those moments that truly matter. Somebody asked me, when you make X amount of money, won't you be successful? And I started
What's the
thinking back,
definition?
what is my definition of
Yeah, because
success?
everyone's definition is different.
Has nothing to do with, not nothing, I wouldn't say nothing. Yes, there is a certain amount of freedom that having more money, but now that I have been able to get over some of those money hurdles and the money mindset hurdles and saying that money is only a tool, well, those tools can be used to give me more freedom. If I have enough money for someone to clean my house, it gives me more time freedom to go and do something else with my family.
Right.
If I make more money, then it will allow me to just do different things. But it's not what makes me successful. It doesn't mean that if I had $1 million, I think I had posted something just recently that if somebody came up to me and offered me $10 million,
yeah, but you got to
would I take it?
Yeah, and then
it's like, well, but the caveat to that is that your life ends tomorrow.
Nope, I'd rather live.
No, absolutely
So
not.
we have what we rather do.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
We have life. We have air in our lungs. We wake up in the morning. A lot of people didn't have that. There's a lot of people that passed away this morning, and we're here. We're breathing. So when things get hard, right? I overheard a podcast. It wasn't one of mine. Someone was listening to it, and I overheard it. And I just heard this part where they were talking about pain and someone that was, I guess, battling just a lot of pain in their body. Again, I didn't hear the whole thing, so I can't phrase it.
Yeah.
But they did say, that's a reminder that I'm alive and I can feel. I'm like, wow, what
Yeah.
a way to take pain and say, hey, I'm alive.
Yeah.
And that, like, I probably heard 10 minutes of it because I was getting ready and the podcast was going on in the other room. So, like, but that part I heard. And I'm like, God, I know it was not a coincidence that I heard that part. So I'm going to be thankful for all the things that I try to complain about, because there's a bunch. Because at least I, like you said, I get to do these things, right? There's people that don't even have that opportunity. We get to see our daughters in our works. Like, my daughter came last week. She's coming tomorrow after another appointment.
Yeah, mine came in today.
We're blessed to see them. Matt goes for a haircut, pops in. Like, if I was in a big corporate firm again, that wouldn't be the case, right? So it's blessings that I can see my kids throughout the day and make them my priority, and same with you, right? So whenever I find myself trying to complain, because entrepreneurship is very hard. It's not for the faint at heart.
Says, oh, you should be your own business owner.
Oh,
it's the best
goodness.
thing. It is amazing.
Yes,
but
it
anyone
is.
who
It
says,
comes with
oh, go
perks.
into this, it's easy.
It's
They're
not
lying.
easy.
They're
it
lying.
Really, it is the hard. Besides being home, I think being home with my babies was the hardest thing, only because it was just, it was new, right? When Matt was born, I was 20, so I didn't know what I was doing at 20 years old.
But then,
so that was hard, and I'm gonna say this is the second hardest. Besides,
okay, but then choose your
babies.
hard.
Yeah.
Which would have been worse? Hard, you working for yourself and having time with your family, or hard working for somebody else and giving up all that time with your family?
Yeah.
Choose your hard. They're all hard. It all depends on your mindset, how you look, how you go into it.
Yep.
Yes, it's difficult, but choose your hard.
Yep.
I would much rather 100% of the time work for myself.
Yep.
And have those struggles,
Yep.
than have the struggles of I've got to ask somebody every single time that I want to take 5 minutes, that I want to go.
Choose your heart. I love that. That's so good. That's so good.
Didn't you say that every time you needed to go to the restroom, you needed to ask somebody? You needed, who was it, in some office building that I think it was my mom. I don't remember. Somebody that every time that you went to the restroom, they timed you. They timed you.
No way.
If you took more than 7 minutes, they started taking away at like 15-minute increments.
Oh my gosh.
7 minutes. I'm like,
Wow.
7 minutes? Like, you're going to time every time I go to the bathroom?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, choose your hard.
That is
this
crazy.
is I would say that although there's been times in my life that I have made more money, a lot more money, I now consider myself the most successful.
And happy. Like,
because that's my definition
happy.
of success. There's that peaceful happiness that doesn't come from anything else. It comes from my faith. It comes from just being in alignment, being intentional with my time, not having to be all these different little Ivettes that is trying to do everything. Everything is just peaceful and as it should be. Are there days we work hard? Absolutely. But that peace of mind that comes with knowing
you wouldn't trade it.
Everything is as it should be. No, I wouldn't. And we've had these conversations, my family and I, obviously now with the passing of Abuela, we've had conversations where I don't want to. I really don't want to die right now. But my girls know that my life has been for them. They know my faith. My husband is an amazing man. All of those things. I could go right now and there are no regrets.
And
there are no regrets.
Go in peace because you lived your best life.
But that's how it should be for everyone. You made the right choices. And anyone.
Yep.
There are still things that I want to do. There are still things I know that you want to do. Both of us. We've got big goals. But if God were to take us right now, we'd be okay. We just didn't get more time.
Yeah.
But don't wait and say, well, don't assume you're going to have more time.
Don't assume. That's what's important.
Don't assume that you know what happens when you assume.
You want to do the thing. You want to spend more time with your family. Do it now. Tomorrow's not promised for no one. And us having the flexibility allows us to do that. Hey, I got invited to New York. I think I'm going to go. Hey, my daughter's going to a tournament. I think I may do that. Hey, I have to drive to Atlanta to my daughter's competition.
And we did.
And you did. So,
No
being
regrets.
able to do that, that is what's priceless to me.
We were talking about return on investment, and I think some of the questions I now ask myself are, does this align with my values?
Yeah.
because we found ourselves going to events and doing things
Like,
that
I
didn't
don't feel
align
quite
with
right.
our
Yeah.
values. And we
Yep.
were like, why are we even here?
Here.
We'd look at each other and go, why are we here
Yeah.
instead of with our family? Or even if we were doing, I hate laundry. And there were times that I would rather and go, why am I spending my time here than being home and catching up on my laundry?
Yeah.
Does this align with my values? If it doesn't, then you know
Maybe
what?
you
I don't
shouldn't
have
go.
time.
Yep.
Does this move my life or business forward? Is this moving the needle? Is this something that is going to be something that moves me in the direction of where I need to go?
Yes.
Not in big, huge leaps and bounds, but even if it's just one little step further.
Yeah.
One foot forward.
Yep.
Comparing myself to the Ivette I was yesterday, to the Jeanette you were yesterday. Not comparing myself to you and say, oh, you know what? I need to outdo the next person next to me. No. Am I a little bit better today than I was yesterday? Then yes. Then that's something that I'm going to do. And then does this take me away from something that's more important? Exactly the previous statement. If this is taking me away from something I'm going to regret and say, why am I even here? Why am I wasting my time? Am I going to have regrets over this decision? Then you know what? It's a thank you. Thank you for thinking of me. And I'm not trying to do it all either and say, I'm going to jam pack my schedule.
But like you said, being able to identify, does it flow? Right? Is it something that it's on my lists of goals for my business? Am I going to feel crappy if I attend? So does it align with my faith, just my values overall? You know, and is it going to take away from something that's important? I think those are valid questions to ask yourself, and being able to do that is important. That's what's going to help with the work-life integration. We're not even going to say balance. I like that you included integration because that's truly what it is.
And it's about asking yourself, I'm going to structure, or telling yourself, I'm going to structure my business around my life.
Yep.
Not my life around my business.
Yep.
It shouldn't be that your life has to matter.
Yep.
Isn't that why we're all doing this? Why
to matter.
why are you doing this?
Right?
You want to have a good, healthy life.
I want to leave a legacy for my kids. I want my daughter and my son to say, Mom did something that was important to her. Why? Because when they're in their place, right, and they're trying to decide, like, hey, I think I want to do what Mom did. Because she lived life, and she chased what was important to her, and she made an impact. So that's why I do what I do, in hopes that I leave a legacy for them, my grandchildren, you know, just so they can see, hey, Grandma was cool. She did amazing things for women. She believed in women. She encouraged women. She empowered women. Like, and hopefully they'll continue this on, right? And my son will be the best husband because he saw how important it was for me, to see me push for women equality and all of those things, right? So that is why I do what I do.
But do you realize, and I'm talking to myself, and I know many other people, that, again, should God take you today,
I've already done
that.
it.
You've already done that.
I'm
You've
at
already
peace.
made an impact.
I'm at peace.
You have already set an amazing example for your children. Your daughter has an amazing role model. Your family has not only a sister, sister-in-law, friend, daughter, all of those, someone that they can admire and respect. We have goals. We have more goals. It doesn't mean stop and be satisfied and complacent with what you've done so far, but just also look at how much you have accomplished and take the time to say, you know what, I'm doing good. Thank you, God, for the opportunity to continue doing what it is that I've been doing. Now let me do more of that.
Yes.
Because we have to take time to enjoy that. Because and it is so true what people say, it's not about the end goal, it's about the journey. And during the journey, you have to stop and say, yeah, this is good, I'm enjoying, this is great.
Right. Yeah.
You get to go to New York
Yes.
and be a speaker.
Yes.
And with that, then you get to come back share with me
volleyball
briefly.
mom.
Share with me briefly because I'm going to need to know everything that happened. And then
sure.
go off and be volleyball mom and then go to Kansas City and watch your baby girl follow
Which I've
her
never
dreams.
been. It'll be a new state.
Yeah.
That I've never been to. So I'm excited.
And she plays hard and she works
does.
hard. Why? Because she sees that.
Yeah.
She's not una recostada.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's not a lazy person that just expects everything to be handed to her. You're an amazing role model. We are amazing role models and have already made an impact. Just keep going.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So some of the systems that we can use.
Oh, yeah.
Because there are things that sometimes we think, oh, we need to go and do.
No, I rely on my calendar like a lot. The problem is, and we've talked about this, and one day we'll create the perfect calendar. I have my phone, I have my planner, I have a couple planners, and it's like, okay, where's what? Where do I put what? Everything is on my phone.
Have you
my Outlook calendar has everything, all doctor's appointments. So what I try to do on Sundays, if I don't, because I'm at church, and then sometimes we do like lunch after church, and I get home, and the hustle for the week starts. But if I don't get to do it on Sunday, when I come on Monday, I try to grab my Outlook calendar and write everything on my regular calendar. And that sometimes helps because you're here and I can verbally say, hey, you have your calendar. Let's, make sure you don't have any competitions. If I need to cover, you need to cover, so that we can make sure someone's here.
I'm still surprised that our schedules have not clashed.
I know. Thank you, Jesus. He's just so good. He makes it where we can both be at our events for our kids and our families without interfering with the operations of Vision and Heals, because it's her and I. We're a dynamic duo here. It's just two of us. So our members are amazing. If we say, hey, we're doing this together, we have to be out the office, they will cover with no problem. So we do have a village, but for the most part, the operations is Ivette and myself. So
do you share that calendar? Do you share your calendar with your family?
I don't. So what Joe and I try to do on Sundays is kind of go over our calendar.
Yeah. We
bring out the volleyball calendar.
Yeah.
And we say, okay, Jaylene has practice 3 days. Who's taking her? Then I set up ride shares with the other volleyball moms that are in this part of town. Like, hey, you want to do Monday? I'll do Tuesday, and then we'll kind of split Friday. You do one way, I do another, kind of thing. But it could be better. I got to come up with a better system. I was going to
say, we should invent something, because anytime I've done the shared calendar with my family, I have so much going on that they're like, we don't need to know when you're going to chamber and when you're going this.
And then they get all the notifications. They don't want to. We got to come up with something.
Yeah, we need to invent something.
Some ideas, guys. If you're out there, let us know what systems you are using to help balance it all. And we would love to hear about it.
Yeah, some of those options. And
so what's the message we're giving to the women listening?
Oh, the message. You definitely don't have to choose between ambition and motherhood.
Nope.
You don't have to choose between your goals and being a mom.
Mm-hmm.
You do have to choose what matters most in each season. Choosing what matters most to you and not having any regrets is one of the things that I can look back at now, and knowing that my daughters are both...
I think my husband might have picked up your phone and is talking to your husband.
Getting on their own. I know, I see it.
I just heard Richard's voice.
I saw that he was calling.
Yeah, he's smiling. So my husband's such a jokester. And her husband
You'll be like,
Ivette! Yeah. See, they distracted me. I'm just like such a squirrel. Boom, gone.
No regrets.
No regrets. I love that.
Look what happens. We are at work.
We're
recording
live
a podcast
on set in our Vision Lab.
Your husband answers the phone for my husband.
What's the problem? We have the Vision Lab. That's why it's called Vision Lab. You can see through it. I can see out. It's a glass room. So like I can see so many things.
If it were padded, it'd be
maybe
perfect.
I need to face this. I know, right? Like, then we can fight.
I've tried having my back to the door. I can't do it.
No, you can't do it. Yeah,
I can't do it.
You're like, daughter
military.
I was gonna say you were trained. It's in your DNA to know what's going on at all times. I'm gonna say, like, my message is things don't have to be perfect right now. And another thing I heard on a podcast, and I'm here to share them with you. change, even if it's one simple change, you change a day. A day turns into changing a week. A week turns into now your month's changed. Month is a year. And before you know it, your life has changed. So go day by day, right? I know we love these goals. Hey, what's going to be my 3-year goal, my 1-year goal, my 6-month goal? And it's okay. But how about we just set ourselves up for a day at a time?
Yeah.
That day is going to turn to a week. That week is going to turn to a month. That month is going to turn to a year. And before you know it, now it's part of your day-to-day. Now this is your new life.
Yeah.
So,
because I had written down protect your time, but I like that you brought it down to protect your time, but today. Don't protect your time
today. Tomorrow's
for the whole year.
A whole other animal. It's going to bring a whole other set of problems. If you survive today and it was successful and you were able to accomplish most of your goals, celebrate it. Don't feel guilty. And I think you mentioned that. Be present without the guilt. Don't feel guilty. If there's things you weren't able to do today, then tomorrow's a new day.
Tomorrow's another day.
Tomorrow's
God willing,
another
tomorrow
day.
will be another day. And if not, well, you try again.
You try again.
Yeah.
So I think that's how we can end it. I love it.
Yeah.
Good topic, Ivette.
Yes.
I love it.
As a matter of fact, that's why with moi, my business, moi, it started off with makeup at home, and then it went to me, unapologetically, authentically here. And I've spoken about it before. Unapologetically, I'm not apologizing for spending time doing something that is good for me, something that's good. When I show up as the best me, I'm good for me, I'm good for my family, I'm good for the business, I'm good for everything. And I'm not going to apologize for taking that time for me anymore. Authentically, just being genuine as to who God made me and here. Not worrying about the past, not worrying about tomorrow, really enjoying this conversation with you now. That's why when Richard calls, I'm going to have to talk to you later.
No, he
Joe
spoke
can
to Joe.
He spoke to Joe. Yeah. So
I love that.
It does. We have to redefine what success is. And success for me
I love that.
Is the way my life is exactly as it is right now. And at the end of the day, our children won't remember all those meetings, but they will remember if we showed up.
Right.
And there's no regrets in any of that.
No regrets. Let's live 2026.
So we always leave
regrets.
you guys with homework. Where can you create better integration in your life? Where can you say, you know what, these need to be a little more seamless. I need to have less compartmentalization of my life. Where can I say, I'm going to take this off my list. This no longer serves, or this doesn't serve a purpose in my life right now. What do I need to add? Who was it? You just recently bought sneaks.
I did. I'm super excited.
You were so excited. And somebody else that you know also has those type of shoes. And what she does is when she buys one pair of shoes, she gets rid of another pair of shoes. So what do you need to get rid of in your life to replace it with something else?
I love that.
And say, you know what, I'm not going to keep adding to my plate. I'm just going to say what no longer, or what doesn't serve a purpose in my life right now, and what can I replace it with that really brings me joy. I love that you got your sneaks and you got rid of
14 pairs of shoes.
14 pairs of shoes.
7 that I'm giving away, 7 that I'm putting through consignment. And yeah, just the actual, like, to see my closet less cluttered, right? Instead of just adding, I could have just added the 2 new shoes. But no, I'm like, we're going to get rid of, we're going to declutter, let's make space. Now this morning, like I said, I wanted to wear color. I even color coordinated all my clothes. So my blacks, my beige, my browns, everything is there. So it was so easy getting up. So I'm like, wow, organization is amazing. So think about that. So that's a literal, example. But the same is when we're trying to add to our plate.
Yeah.
And it's already stuffed, get rid of some.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, don't overflow your plate because you're going to have a mess. You're going to be stuffed. And you're going to feel guilty. And all the things that are going to come with the overflow of just having too much, right? The stress, all of the things. Your stomach is going to hurt because you try to eat too much. All of the things.
Oh, you're making me hungry.
All of the things. All right. So, you guys know you got some homework from Miss Ivette. And you know we got to leave you with a Spanglish word. So, we were going back and forth. We have we have amazing members from all sorts of places.
Yeah,
all over the
walks
country.
Of life,
but they're all Spanish. So, but from different areas, right? So, different countries, everything. So I brought up a word. They heard it. I said, okay, so I have to think of a different one. Got it. All right, Ivette. So, and you know what it is. So I'm gonna repeat what I asked at the office today. Okay. So when you see someone that's like not a cheapo, but kind of like struggling to pay, like really struggling, that you can see it's hurting him or her to pay.
Yeah. Oh.
What do you say in Spanish to that person? What do you call that person?
I would probably say to you, ese camina con los codos. He walks with his elbows.
Okay, I never heard of that.
Really?
Never. Okay,
Camina
I'm
con
going
los
to
codos.
say, mira ese, está rebajando libra para pagar. Está rebajando libra. All right.
Rebajando libra, losing
weight.
Losing
Because
weight.
he's sweating, right? So, yeah, está rebajando libra.
That's
para pagar.
funny. No, I had never
¿Está
heard that
andando
one.
los codos?
So when you see a sweaty guy walking on his
elbows,
elbows,
you know,
that one is really...
cheap.
I'm not going to call anyone out, but we know some people like that. We know some people like that. Don't date the sweaty guy with the walking on the elbows.
Walking on the elbows. If he has ashy elbows, that means he's walking on them.
Yeah.
Nope. Say no. Pass.
So thank you for joining us again.
Yes.
If you like our episode and you want to hear
Like,
more, we are
share,
close
all
to
of the
our
things.
25th episode.
Isn't that awesome? We should celebrate.
Yeah, and we had heard a statistic. I think Heidi De La Cruz, one of our podcast experts, she has Latina CEO. She had said that the majority, she's doing great things, and she mentored us at the beginning of our podcast. She gave us a lot of insight, so she's amazing. And she had said on one of her podcasts, if somebody makes it past their 10th episode, it's really good, because most people, they quit before their 10th. And I believe this is our 23rd episode. So we are approaching our 25th.
Woohoo!
And celebrate the little moments and be present.
Be present.
Be present and enjoy. And if you like what you're hearing, and you want to be
share the
a
podcast.
guest.
We want it to grow. We want to reach folks. We do this because we just love to motivate. We get asked questions all the time about what goes on behind the doors of VNH. So that's why we came up with VNH Uncensored, to bring you guys into what we can share. If you really want to know, you just have to come in and be with us, because we can't even explain. But we're giving you little tidbits.
And thank you for being here
with the episodes. All right, guys, we love you. Until next time.
Thank you.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. Mwah.
Wow, that was some strong cafecito we poured today on Vision and Heels Uncensored. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button and leave us a review. We are truly grateful, as it really helps us pour more into your heart straight from ours.
Remember to live your truth, handle your business, and shine bright.
We'll be back soon to pour some more. Stay blessed.